How's it going? This is Ryan from BaySport. Today I'm going to go over a quick warm-up series that we use for our classes, I use for my clients, and I use for myself as well. So the first thing I like to do is grab a foam roller. Okay, what we're going to do here is put this on the ground. We're going to set this right in our mid-back. So think about 4 to 6 inches below your shoulder blades. It'll be on my heels, my butt's going to be on the ground. From here, I'm going to interlace my hands behind my neck. I'll say that again. I'm going to interlace my hands behind my neck, not my head, my neck. Once I'm here, I'm putting my elbows to the ceiling, and I'm going to do what I call a baby crunch. So I come down very gently and come up. My range of motion here is maybe a few inches. I'm going to do this for 3 to 5 reps, and then I'm going to roll a little bit higher on my back. Do the same thing. Baby crunch and up. The higher you get, the more you should be able to bend backwards. And I'm going to find one more spot and do the same thing. 3 to 5 reps. Making sure I'm linking with my breath. I'm inhaling on the way down and exhaling on the way up. What I like to do from here is reach my hands over my head, roll a little bit higher, and fall back. Sometimes if you start to feel some neck pain, you can put a yoga block or another roller here to support. For right now, this is fine for me. Making sure I'm rotating my thumbs down. I'm just gonna hang out here. So I'll hang out that last pose for about 30 to 60 seconds, really connecting with my breath. Once I do that, I'm gonna put the foam roller over here and go into more of a cardiovascular warm-up. So there's tons of different ways you can go about it. You can hop on the treadmill, you can go outside, do some light jogging, but the whole purpose of this is just to get your cardiovascular system going, get blood flowing through the muscles. So a real quick way to do that is to attack it with burpees, everybody's favorite workout. So when I'm doing a burpee, I'm dropping down, kicking my feet back, doing a push-up, jumping my feet, and into the air. So we're gonna do 10 to 20 of those for your warm-up. So I'll just do a few so you can see. Cool. After I hit the burpees, I'm gonna go with some dynamic leg swings. So I'm gonna grab a wall, frame the wall with my chest and hips, hold, and I'm just gonna very gently kick my leg across. 5 to 10 reps, switch the side, and I'm gonna go 5 to 10 reps forward and backwards. Boom, okay? Then I'm gonna grab my PVC pipe. You can also use a band, a broomstick, really anything where you can grip wide. Bring this over my head, back around to touch my butt. One of the big faults that I see with this is people try to grab too narrow and they end up in this little wrestling match. That's a great way to dislocate a shoulder, and we're not trying to do that. So if that's you, if you're this guy or gal, widen your grip so you can keep a straight arm so you feel a little bit of a stretch here in between your shoulder blades. So you might do 3 reps and then walk the hands in about ½ an inch, 3 to 5 reps again. So you get to this position, you kind of get stuck and then move on, okay? Another thing I want to be mindful of here is my spinal position. So I want to keep a nice straight neutral back. So if I'm here and I start arching a lot, then I'm really just putting a lot of strain here and I'm not stretching the muscles that I want to work, okay? So after the foam roller, after the burpees, after the leg swings, the arm circles, I like to go into some muscle activation drills. So one of the muscles that tends to become inactive throughout our day-to-day life is our glutes. So I like to fire those up first. What we're gonna do is a clam. Really important note, do not make eye contact when you do this movement because it'll freak everybody out, okay? All right, so I'm here. I'm gonna balance my head on my arm. I'm gonna have a nice straight line from my head, shoulders and hips to my ankles. I'm gonna block my hip with this hand, and now I'm just raising the knee up and down. Some common faults with this exercise is not blocking the hip and turning and opening. Another thing too is my leg will raise up, so I'll do like this. And I don't get that same activation that I'm looking for when I block the hip and raise. Nice and controlled. Each rep should be about 4 to 6 seconds. You can kind of play around with those times. For this one, higher reps works best, so 15 to even 30. And you'll know if you're doing it right after about rep 6 or 7, you'll start getting a great burn in the glute area. So once I knock out 1 or 2 sets of that, I'm gonna come into a push-up position. I'm gonna do what's called a yoga push-up. And I'm gonna combine a push-up with a downward facing dog. From there, do about 5 to 10 reps, hanging out in that downward position, maybe 5-10 seconds each time. Remember, always connecting with your breath. The final warm-up I like to end up on is a monkey squat. So what I'm gonna do is have my normal squat stance. I'm gonna bend down, grab my toes. From here, I'm dropping my hips, lifting my chest up, and I'm trying to get my shoulders away from my ears. You notice my elbows are pushing my knees out wide, getting a great stretch right in the adductor muscles, my inner thigh. So from this position, I'm gonna raise my hips up, keeping my grip on my feet. I'm dropping back down, inhaling, exhaling. Shoulders away from the ears. A lot of people will start to do this. Do not be that person. Don't do it. Chest up. From here, I might rock side to side, hang out on the bottom for a little bit, really work on opening up the hips. Again, about 5 to 10 reps. That should take you about 5 to 7 minutes, and then you're ready to go. Until next time.